Welcome to episode 3 of our Pirate Dynasty. We have not gotten very far yet. We are through the first off season and ready to start playing preseason. I think the first thing we need to do is check out the waiver wire. Just see if there's anybody on here we may be interested in. Okay, just a quick recap. We haven't done a whole lot with the roster. As you can see, our pitchers are pretty much who they should be. We did get a catcher. And we are in a terrible money situation. So our moves have to be proven out because our budget is we are still $10 million in the hole. The big changes I did make were with the coaching staff. Basically, I came as general manager right as the playoffs started for the 2019 season. I fired everybody, including the assistant GM, and I hired all new coaches for the major league level. Not necessarily the best options, but the ones I thought that fit more my personality, that were cheap enough. As we get a few more seasons in, if these guys don't work out, hopefully we'll have budget to increase and get more experienced coaches in. Went through some of the minor leagues, and I fired a few of those guys. A few of those guys' contracts expired, and I let my assistant GM, Andy, here. Me and him have sort of the same philosophy, and I let him hire in the coaches for the minor leagues. So, as you can see, our goals is, basically don't suck. In a couple of years, we've got to add almost 10,000 people per game to the fans in attendance. In 2023, we have to have a top 6 minor league system. We got to start bringing our own drafted players up to the major league team. And then in 2024, they want us to reach the playoffs. The first year is just going to be get the money straight. That's all we can really do this season. Get the money straight, and basically all of our moves has to be to try to stockpile the minor league system. So, and what else I want to show you as we get started here? Free agents, we can't afford any free agents. So it really doesn't matter who's hanging out here unless we can talk them into a minor league deal. Well, this guy would take a minor league deal, and fits my criteria. Ground ball pitcher. Scouting here. Pinpoint command. Has the ability to start but may not go more than 5 innings. But I think this is somebody we need to have in the system. So let's see if we can get him to accept our minority deal. And I am looking for my transactions, but I forget where they're at. No, that's not it. Oh, are they in free agent? Oh, I don't remember where they're at. I was going to show you, we made a few trades, but I can't remember. There it is, transaction log. So this was just guys up and down. John Gong was designated for assignment. And McRae was claimed by Columbus. Columbus is an expansion team. As soon as I take over the Pirates, they decided to expand the league, and I lost a couple players to the expansion draft. I lost Williams, Gonzalez, and Killahan to the expansion draft. Williams, a starter. That hurts a little bit. That was my fault. I missed him when I was protecting players. But if I was going to lose a starter, he's probably the one to lose. All right, enough of that. So let's get back to the game. So I guess what we need to do is play through up till spring training starts. So let's go ahead and roll it forward a little bit. So he wants a major league contract, and I cannot afford to sign him to a major league contract. Well, he already signed with Washington. Okay. Well, means we won't get him. That's fine. And the Hall of Fame results. Clemens and Jeter make it in. and a whole lot of people dropped off. Bond's barely missed out. He'll probably make it next year. Schilling will probably make it next year. I don't want to sim a whole month. Let's just do a week here at a time. Make sure we don't miss nothing. Check out the waiver wire. And what do we think about Mr. Alexander here? Well, he's a lefty. Can always use a lefty. And they pitch out the middle to somewhere between a 3 and a 5. And he's got 3 option years left. Let's put a... Yep. Because we are showing a negative balance, we cannot claim him. This is going to be an issue. I don't know what to do about this. The quick and simple move would be to trade Marte. Trade Gong. Nobody wants Gong. And prospects because I can't take on salary. Okay, now the question is, do I just dump him? Do I dump him for a play or for anybody? Just to dump the salary? Above average defense, speed, runs bases aggressively, can drop a bunt. Just can he hit? Five years as a professional. I think that makes him Rule 5 eligible, does it not? Yeah, let's do that. It's just we're not gonna be enough to use Gong anyways. Because we look over here. Oop. We look over here. Gong's really we have him listed as shortstop, but he's really a third baseman. And we got Hayes sitting here waiting to be called up. If we need a shortstop, we got Tucker. Oh, we got a couple guys here that we need to see if they can play or not. So Gong is going to be the odd man out. So let's just dump him. And we dropped $3 million off our salary, off the budget. So now we're $7 million in the hole. What else can we do? We got a $69 million payroll. Really? Bell has to stay. I wouldn't mind getting rid of Polanco, but we've already looked. There's nobody wants Polanco. Or nobody's willing to give me what I want for Polanco. We could trade Polanco, call Martin up. Ooh, we got an extra guy. We got to figure out who we're going to get rid of here. Okay. Got to be one too many relievers. Yeah, one too many relievers. Who? That's what I wanted. Well, let's just run Marte again and see if anybody wants to give us anything. No relief pitchers. I'm going with no relief pitchers. It's going to be all starters that I draft, and as many starters as I can draft and trade for. The only exception would be closers. I may look to make sure I have two closers on the team. I'm sure there will be relief pitchers that sneak in, but the philosophy is to take as many starters and as few relief pitchers as possible. Yeah, nothing there. I've taken Corbin here and other game starts that I've done, and he ends up being a decent, pretty good pitcher. But again, I don't want to take a reliever. And when it comes to outfielders, I'm looking for center fielders. I want to fill the outfield full of fast center fielders. High defense. Yeah, I don't see anybody. Well, India. Yeah, I don't think so. Hate trading those big name guys to somebody in the division. Average talent, very fast. Let's see what else is on here. Better in relief. Better leave him where he's at. All right, I don't see anything. So we are going to there's our trade. Okay, let's roll forward. And we've got a center fielder discovered. He's fast. May end up being a reserve player, but he's really, really young. That could change. Nothing going on. Let's go another week. Trade proposal. Tanner Ellison. Kevin Kramer. Yeah, I think it's not fair either. Yeah, definitely not fair. No, sir. Okay, spring training should begin here. And I believe they just put everybody back on the roster. I hate when they do this. I had it set. I wish they would let me promote the players to spring training that I want. Well, let's just run through. No. You are not getting Nightmare. Wow. Yeah, he's an average defensive catcher, and offense is lacking. Guess we should check. Well, it doesn't matter. We can't take anybody off the waiver wire, can we? So you're telling me I gotta put Tyone on the DL? There, go get better. No. And just trying to get through spring training here. Can we say no? He's a bullpen guy. He's like your seventh man. Yeah, no, you're not getting one of my ground ball pitchers. Nine and 10. We're getting back close again. Birdie is out. Put him on the 60-day. He's going to be out for a good while. Bone chips. Yeah, that will do it. Austin Squires, one of the expansion teams. My assistant don't like this, but I want to look at this trade. You want Asuna. The reason why I'm looking at this is because this guy is going to have to move at some point because Bell's not going anywhere. I mean, if Bell gets hurt, he does play. He can play the field a little bit. What did Mazeroska do? When he's on a minor league contract? Really? Okay. Says he's better suited as a replacement. What's Harrington? Ground ball pitcher. Here we go. Really low. A. Plus changeups. Reverse curveball. They say bullpen. 40. Here's a question I don't know. As much as I played this game, if I would put him in the minors and make him a starter, make it so they have to use him as a starter and not a reliever, would that build his stamina up? If I remove Asuna, who do you want? Well, there's a few nobodies in here. Fly ball pitcher. Won't be a starter. So this guy wasn't a trade, he was a Rule 5 draft pickup. So I had to keep him on the Major League roster. And Stallings cannot be sent down. He's out of options. If I get Mazerosko, he'll go to the minors right now, but if I call him up, he's out of options, so he'll have to stay up or clear waivers. Oh, we're $11.5 million in the hole again. I don't know how that happened. Okay, we're going to do that. Okay, we don't have to. Do we not have to put Mazerosko on the... No. Cool. All right. So in a swap of minor leaguers, I think we made out on that deal. I don't care what my assistant GM thinks. How did our budget increase by like 6 million or drop by another 6 million? All right, let me get through the rest of spring training here because we are going a little longer than I want on this. So let's roll through. Another center fielder. Promising future. All right. So there's a guy that's only 8 years away. How old is he? 16. Almost 17. Of course, no prospects. Nope. We're in top minor league systems. 11th. Yeah, see, this is we got to be up here in the top 3 or 4. And Cubs are at Pittsburgh. Well, let's all right. Is this got a Rule 5 draft? Did I pick another Rule 5? I did. I forgot about him. All right. Demote some of these guys down to AAA. Of course he is. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And you gotta figure out which ones I'm keeping up and which ones I'm sending down here. Well, Keller needs to be down because he's a starter. Potential starter. All right, let me think about this. I'm gonna move over here and adjust these. Reyes goes down. Tucker goes down. Martin goes down. Where are we at? 2 more guys. I think an Osuna and nope, he can't go down. Osuna and who? Okay, send Osuna down. It has to be a pitcher. Send Crick down. It's 25, yes. Cut off these. That looks good. And it's wow. Our young Rule 5 draft pickup is going to be our starter for catcher. How about that? So how much is Stallings making? Just about minimum. That must have been our budget problem. They called all those minor leaguers up for spring training, because now we're back to $7.5 million. Actually, $9.5 million. We should go with that number. $9.5 million. Marte would take care of that. Don't want to trade Archer. Polanco. Tell you what, let's end the stream here, and we'll come back and look at Polanco Marte before we run the first game. Before we have our season opener, we'll see if we can move one of those 2 guys, and at least try to get close to being balanced. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do. Okay, so that's it for episode 3. Finally through spring training. And we'll start with opening day. And that's it. I'm out.